The Galactic Council's emergency session had been called with unprecedented urgency. Ambassador Zixatheta's crystalline form trembled as she addressed the assembly of 1,000 alien species, her voice carrying across the vast chamber through quantum translators. 14 minutes, she whispered, her words causing ripples of fear through the gathered representatives. That's all it took for humanity to silence an entire star system. 3 cycles earlier, the Korvax Empire had made a fatal miscalculation. They'd attacked Earth's newest colony on Kepler 442b, believing humanity to be just another soft, primitive species, barely capable of interstellar travel. They'd killed 37 colonists, including children. The images had been broadcast across the galaxy as a warning to other lesser species. Yoan Martinez stood on the bridge of the UNS Retribution. Her jaw clenched as she reviewed the tactical data one final time. As Fleet Admiral of Earth's 3rd Expeditionary Force, she'd been given complete autonomy in the response. Beside her, Commander Gideon Chen worked through the firing solutions, his fingers dancing across holographic displays with practiced precision. All ships report ready, Admiral, Gideon announced, his voice steady despite the magnitude of what they were about to do. The Hammer Protocol is armed across all vessels. Yoan nodded slowly. The Korvax had 12 inhabited worlds in their home system, protected by what they considered an impenetrable defense network. Thousands of automated battle stations, millions of drone fighters and energy shields that could withstand supernovas. They'd ruled their corner of space for 10,000 years, never once facing a true challenge to their supremacy. They'd never faced humanity. Begin the countdown, Yoan ordered, her voice carrying the weight of Earth's fury. The first minute was deception. Human ships appeared at the system's edge, seemingly a standard invasion fleet of 200 vessels. The Korvax laughed through their communication channels, their 8-armed forms writhing in amusement. 200 ships against their billions of defensive platforms? It was suicide. The second minute revealed the trap. Each human ship wasn't just a ship, it was a delivery system. They shed their outer hulls like discarded shells, revealing cores of impossible density, dark matter reactors, each one containing the compressed mass of a small moon, held in check by magnetic fields that humanity had perfected through decades of secret research. Minutes 3 through 5 saw panic replace arrogance. The Korvax scrambled their defenses, launching every drone, activating every weapon. Beams of energy that could crack planets in half struck the human vessels, only to be absorbed into the dark matter cores, making them stronger, denser, more unstable. They're hailing us, Gideon reported during minute 6. They're offering surrender, reparations, anything we want. Yoan's expression didn't change. They broadcasted the death of children for entertainment. Continue the protocol. Minutes 7 through 10 witnessed the laws of physics being weaponized. The human ships, now positioned at Lagrange points throughout the system, began their synchronized collapse. The dark matter cores imploded not in random destruction, but in calculated harmony. Space-time itself began to fold, creating gravitational waves that turned the Korvax's own defensive networks into weapons against them. Stations collided with each other, pulled by forces their designers never imagined. Planets were pulled from their orbits, their surfaces cracking under tidal forces. Minute 11 brought silence from the Korvax. Their communication networks failed as their 12 worlds were drawn together, the human ships acting as gravitational conductors in a symphony of destruction. Yoan watched the tactical display with grim satisfaction as Gideon quietly counted down the seconds. Minute 12 saw the birth of something unprecedented. The 12 Korvax worlds, their defensive stations, their fleets, billions of tons of matter compressed into a single point. The human ships, their purpose served, detonated their final payload, exotic matter charges that turned the compressed mass into a quantum singularity. Minute 13 was transformation. Where once a star system thrived, now existed only a perfectly black sphere 10 kilometers in diameter, containing the mass of entire worlds. It rotated slowly, silently, a monument to humanity's response. Not a black hole, something worse. Something that would exist forever as a warning, visible from half the galaxy, impossible to hide or deny. Minute 14 brought the message. Every communication array in the galaxy received it simultaneously, in every known language delivered in Yoan's steady voice. Humanity seeks peace. But those who harm our children, who murder our innocent, who mistake our desire for friendship as weakness, know this. We are the species that split the atom before we left our planet. We weaponized physics itself while you were still counting stars. Test us again, and we will show you why our scientists frighten us more than your armies ever could. Back in the Galactic Council chambers, Ambassador Zixatheta's report concluded with a detail that sent cold terror through every species present. Our scientists have confirmed the humans used only 3% of their fleet. The rest remained in Earth's orbit unused. They turned an entire star system into a gravitational tombstone with their reserve forces. The Council voted unanimously. Humanity would be granted immediate membership, full trading rights, and most importantly classified as a do not provoke species, a designation previously held by only the galaxy's apex predators. On Earth, Eowyn stood before the memorial wall at Fleet Command, placing her hand on the names of the 37 colonists. Gideon stood beside her, both in silent remembrance. Was it too much? He asked quietly. Owen's reflection stared back from the polished stone. They needed to understand, Gideon. We didn't come to the stars to conquer. We came to explore, to make friends, to build. But if they force us to be monsters— She paused, her hand still on the children's names. Then we'll be the monsters that other monsters fear. The stars had gone silent in 14 minutes, and across the galaxy, every species capable of understanding the implications made the same mental note. Humanity had knocked politely on the door of the galactic community, offering friendship and trade, but they'd brought the biggest stick anyone had ever seen, just in case someone mistook their politeness for weakness. The humans were here to stay, and the wise would welcome them with open arms rather than closed fists.